He's like, Dad. He's like, Dad, I'm bored, Dad. No. You're supposed to pay attention. You're not supposed to be chit-chatting with your buddies.
Yep.
5:30 according to my stuff.
Yep, just checking to see if we're live. Okay, we are live.
Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Okay.
Lauren?
Yes, this is a meeting of the Township Committee of the Township of Lakewood for November 12, 2020. Adequate notice of this meeting was provided to the public and the press and posted in the municipal building in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act and NJSA 10:4-6. It was published in the Asbury Park Press on January 7, 2020, and updated on October 27th. This meeting is, the public is welcome to participate using Cisco's WebEx by either phone or computer. The meeting ID is 132-283-6965. If you're choosing to call in, the phone number is 408-418-9388. All participants will be muted upon entry. You may raise your hand by pushing *3 or using the raise your hand button on the WebEx system. This meeting is also viewable and recorded on Town Hall Streams at https://townhallstreams.com.
All right, thanks very much. Could we have a roll call, please?
Mayor Coles,
Here.
Deputy Mayor Miller,
Here.
Committeeman Lichtenstein,
Here.
Committeeman Ackerman.
I don't believe he's in yet.
Not yet.
Committeeman Delia.
Here.
Also present is Township Attorney Stephen Seacare and Business Administrator Patrick Connolly.
Hi, I'm here. I'm sorry, my phone was muted.
Okay, good to have you, Isaac. All right, let's
Thanks.
do a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag.
to the flag
of the
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
Under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
liberty and justice for all.
justice for all.
By the time this pandemic is over, we will have this down pat, guys.
No,
Lauren,
some of us
Ray,
are
we're
on
getting
phone,
much
some of
worse.
us are on the computer. There's a delay.
I know. You know what? Maybe next week we'll take turns. Next year, each one of us will take a turn leading it. That'll do it. Lauren, do you have a brief prayer?
I do. Heavenly Father, we pause to give you our thanks for thy many blessings. We ask thy blessings upon this Township Committee and all those in authority so that they may serve the people. All this we ask in thy name. Amen.
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 Before we get started, I'd just like to ask everybody to take a brief moment of silence to honor the memory of P.G. Waxman. P.G. was on the Township Committee 20 years ago. And in fact, I sit in his seat today. He was a great friend to myself and to a lot of people in town. He helped more people than we probably will ever know. And I just wish everyone would just take a quick moment to keep him in your thoughts and prayers. So just a moment of silence, please. Thank you.
Ray, I
I have a
recommend
vote?
that everybody read a letter that was in the scoop today from a former client of PG's, how he helped him out. It's very, very heartwarming.
I'll have to look for it. Thank you. I
Yeah, it's
appreciate
really,
that.
really, very, very nice.
I know. I have to find the time to write my own letter about him.
Yeah.
All right. A motion to approve the minutes of October 15th.
Moved by Mike.
So made.
Moved by Mike, second by Menashe. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Motion carries. Pat, you want to just give us a brief overview of the 2020 best practices?
Yes. So almost the same as every year. A couple new questions, but we when we submitted, we are well over our point average in order to be eligible for state aid. So comparable to last year, nothing's changed.
Great. Thanks very much.
Not a problem.
Is there anything that anybody would like to remove from the consent agenda? Seeing nothing, can I have a motion and a second?
Moved by Mike.
Second by Isaac.
All right. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Yeah, I'll be abstaining. I'll be abstaining from E6.
Okay. There's Please note that, Lauren.
Yes.
Roll call.
Committeeman Ackerman,
Yes.
Committeeman Delia,
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller,
Yes, with the abstention of E6.
Mayor Coles.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt the consent agenda with abstention noted on E6 2020, Resolution 2020-326.
All right, thanks very much. Ordinances for first reading?
The first item we have is ordinance 2020-37, an ordinance of the Township of Lakewood, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, releasing, extinguishing, and vacating the rights of the public to a portion of Carl Avenue and Midwood Street in the Township of Lakewood.
All right, do I have a motion?
Moved by Isaac.
Move Isaac,
Second, Miller.
second by Minash. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman,
Yes.
Committeeman Delia,
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller,
Yes.
Mayor Cole.
Yes.
Motion carries to introduce ordinance 2020-37 with a public hearing on December 3rd, 2020.
Thank
The
you.
next- The next ordinance is ordinance 2020-38, an ordinance of the Township of Lakewood, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey pursuant to NJSA 48:21-1 et sec, granting an abatement of local property taxes to 36 Airport Road LLC for facilities located at block 1160.12, lot 26.03, 263.03, and authorizing the mayor and township clerk to execute all documents necessary and proper to enter into a tax abatement agreement.
All right, thank you. Do we have a motion?
Motion by Mike.
Motion, Menasha.
Moved by Mike, second by Minash. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman,
Yes.
Committeeman Delia,
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller,
Yes.
Mayor Coles.
Yes.
Motion carries to introduce ordinance 2020-38 with a public hearing to be held on December 3rd. Next, we have ordinance 2020-39, an ordinance of the Township of Lakewood, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey pursuant to NJSA 48:21-1 et sec, granting an abatement of local property taxes to New Hampshire Avenue LLC for facilities located at block 189.03, lot 91.01, and authorizing the mayor and township clerk to execute any and all documents necessary and proper to enter into a tax abatement.
All right, thanks. Do I have a motion?
Moved by Mike.
Moved by Mike,
Second, Isaac.
second by Isaac. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman,
Yes.
Committeeman Delia,
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller,
Yes.
Mayor Cole.
Yes.
Motion carries to introduce ordinance 2020-39 with a public hearing on December 3rd. Next ordinance is ordinance 2020-40, an ordinance of the Township of Lakewood, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the private sale of Block 5, Lot 2 in the Township of Lakewood, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey at a private sale pursuant to NJSA 48:12-1 et sec. This property is located on the corner of Buchanan Street and Van Buren Avenue.
Okay, do we have a motion?
So made, Miller.
Moved by Minash,
I'll second.
second. Second by Isaac. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman,
Yes.
Committeeman Delia,
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller,
Yes.
Mayor Coles.
Yes.
Motion carries to introduce ordinance 2020-40 with a public hearing on December 3rd. Next, we have ordinance 2020-41, an ordinance of the Township of Lakewood, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, and amending and supplementing Chapter 11 of the Traffic Code of the Township of Lakewood. This is for loading and unloading on 10th Street.
Thank
Motion,
you.
Menasha.
Moved by Minash,
Second by Mike.
second by Mike. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman,
Yes.
Committeeman Delia,
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller,
Yes.
Mayor Coles.
Yes.
Motion carries to introduce ordinance 2020-41 with a public hearing on December 3rd. Next is ordinance 2020-42, an ordinance of the Township of Lakewood, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending and supplementing Chapter 11 entitled Traffic of the Revised General Ordinances of the Township of Lakewood, specifically Chapter 11-10, that's stopping and standing, and this is for White Oaks Development.
Motion,
Have a
Minaj.
motion? Moved by Minash,
Second by Mike.
second by Mike. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
I just want to publicly say that there's a petition standing behind this, and this is done as per the request of the neighborhood.
Correct. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman,
Yes.
Committeeman Delia,
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller,
Yes.
Mayor Coles.
Yes.
Motion carries to introduce ordinance 2020-42 with a public hearing to be held on December 3rd. Next is ordinance 2020-43, an ordinance of the Township of Lakewood, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending and supplementing Chapter 11 entitled Traffic of the Revised General Ordinances. This is also for stopping and standing. It's Section 11-10 for the Emerald Hills.
We have a motion?
Motion, Minaj.
Moved by Minash,
Second by Mike.
second by Mike. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman,
Yes.
Committeeman Delia,
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller,
Yes.
Mayor Coles.
Yes.
Motion carries to introduce ordinance 2020-43 with a public hearing on December 3rd. And the last of our ordinances is 2020-44, ordinance of the Township of Lakewood, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending and supplementing Chapter 2 entitled, it should be Chapter 11 titled Traffic of the Revised General Ordinances of the Township of Lakewood, specifically 11-10, that's stopping and standing, William Street and Omni Court.
Do we have a motion?
Motion by Mike.
Moved by Mike,
Second, Menasha.
second by Minash. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman,
Yes.
Committeeman Delia,
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller,
Yes.
Mayor Coles.
Yes.
Motion carries to introduce ordinance 2020-44 with a public hearing on December 3rd.
Okay.
Then we have second readings of ordinances. The fourth item is 2020-33, an ordinance of the Township of Lakewood, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, releasing, extinguishing, and vacating the rights to a public portion of Clayton Street, said portion being south of Major Avenue and north of County Line Road in east in the Township of Lakewood.
I'll open the meeting to the public. Is there anybody online who would like to be heard? Seeing nobody, we'll close the public hearing there. Check on the email. There are no comments on the email for this ordinance, so I will close the public hearing. Do I have a motion?
Moved by Mike.
Moved by Mike,
Second, Menasha.
second by Minash. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman,
Yes.
Committeeman Delia,
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller,
Yes.
Mayor Coles.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt ordinance 2020-33. Next, we
Through the chair. Through the chair.
Yes, Mayor.
Yeah, I'm not voting on the next one.
I understand that. Thanks for letting us know. Okay, Lauren.
The next ordinance is 2020-34. That is an ordinance of the Township of Lakewood, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, pursuant to NJSA 48:21-1 et cetera, granting abatement of local property taxes to Chateau Holdings LLC for facilities located at Block 1021, Lot 4.23, and authorizing the mayor and township clerk to execute any and all documents necessary to enter into a tax abatement agreement.
Okay, we'll open the meeting to the public. Is there anybody online who would like to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing nobody, we'll close that portion of the public hearing. I will check on the email. I do not have any new email in there. I just will note that the applicant sent in an application about a 27,000 square foot addition, saying that it approximately create 100 new jobs. So that is the main thrust of this, as well as allowing new businesses the opportunity to get started. So we'll close the public hearing on this, and I'll ask for a motion.
Motion by Mike.
Motion Menashe.
By Mike.
Second
Second
Menashe.
by Menashe. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman,
Yes.
Committeeman Delia,
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein,
Is it
abstain. Deputy Mayor Miller,
yes?
Mayor Coles.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt ordinance 2020-34. Next, we have ordinance 2020-35. It's an ordinance of the Township of Lakewood, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, pursuant to NJSA 48:21-1 et sec, granting abatement to local property taxes to Prime Apartments Limited Liability Company for facilities located at Block 96, lots 8 and 9, and authorizing the mayor and/or his designee and the township clerk to execute any and all documents necessary and proper to enter into a tax abatement agreement.
Okay. I will open the meeting to the public for anybody online who'd like to be heard on this. Seeing nobody, will close the public hearing. I do have 2 emails that came in. The first one is from a Stephen Ribiat, and I want to apologize to him because he had actually sent in an email after we had finished the last meeting. So he's just reminding me about that. His name is Nakab Ribiat, resides at 148 Glen Avenue. The subject of the ordinance tonight for the approval for the prime property. Says when this property came before the zoning board a few years back, the owner requested it was granted variances for density and height, allowing almost double the allowed use at the time. If memory serves correctly, it was stated that there were no abatements or religious exemptions were going to be requested. I do not think that's the case, but we will look into it. By granting the applicant at the time the approvals to develop greater density and height was for all practical purposes an abatement. Again, that's not true. An abatement is a completely separate issue. What benefit and income does this property bring to the township justifying a 5-year tax abatement? I'll get into that when I finish reading your letter. Does the township provide garbage services to the property? Garbage collection, recycling. Pat, do we do that? I don't think we do.
No.
Okay, so no, we do not. Maybe all new income producing or even residential housing that are paying current taxes should be granted abatements. Completely 2 different animals there, and I will go into that in a minute when I finish your letter. And for this year, my taxes, as well as just about every other resident paying taxes in Lakewood, had an increase. It's mind-boggling why the township is sitting on a surplus of funds that money isn't being used for necessities such as repaving additional streets and adding streetlights. We do have an extremely extensive repaving program that's been going on for many years now, and streetlights are probably one of the top things that we've been putting in and around town. So can anybody explain to me how the end justifies the means? Hopefully my explanation in a second would be satisfactory to you. The second letter is from a Harvey Gross. Why in the world are we even thinking about giving an abatement for this property? When the Capitol Hotel was there, it was used by the whole community for buses, sales, and a cheap place for guests to sleep. The buyer bought it to knock down and build these apartments and charge a fortune for these apartments, making young families want so much luxury against the Township of Lakewood. Now he has the audacity to ask for a tax abatement. What kind of chutzpah is this? If the rents can't cover the mortgage, let the bank take over. Why should the whole township lose these taxes? Well, just a little bit of history on this particular application. It came to my attention a while back that even though the tax assessor a couple of years ago had passed on this application, by state statute, he had the authority. Our local ordinance requires that the township committee be the body that take a vote to either grant or deny the abatement. That's why it is on tonight, so that we can finally get this taken care of. Most tax abatements are for larger businesses that are building commercial, facilities in town. This particular one, though, it can be considered a commercial venture, that it is, but it goes to a different thing, which is removing blighted areas from the township. While some people may think that the Capitol was a wonderful place, it was a serious problem for the people in town, particularly our police department. I asked the chief to run a report, and he said that he could document well over 350 different calls for service there, and that the cost to the taxpayers just for the police actions in that place were about $57,000 a year. So right off the bat, that's money that will no longer be, wasted, for lack of a better word. The apartments that were built there are a very nice, beautiful development. It adds a lot to the town as you come into town. The old Capitol Hotel again, I guess blight is the best word for it. And I think that the values of the two, the capital when it was torn down was assessed at about 5.5 million. This new project is assessed rather at 19.5 million. So we'll be bringing in substantially more taxes in a very short period of time, well before the abatement is over. So from my own thinking, the fact that we had so much invested in police action over there, I think is a positive for the township that this development is there now, to the point where even though residential uses are not strictly prohibited in our abatement ordinance, I am going to ask the township committee to consider next year modifications to that ordinance so that if anybody else does want to apply for an abatement for a similar use, one of the prerequisites for that is that the existing structure or structures presented a blight to the township and were serious public safety issues. So we'll work out the details on that, but I think that I've answered those two questions to the best of my ability. I will check one more time. There are no new emails in. So again, Mr. Ribbiat, I apologize for not getting to your email last time. I hope your answers were my answers are satisfactory. If you have any other questions, please reach out to me at Town Hall. So with that, I will close the public hearing and ask for a motion in a second.
Wait, can I just say something? Just add something?
Let's move it for purposes of discussion, and then we can. Yes.
Move it. Okay. So I'll move it for purposes of discussion.
Okay.
I'll
Moved by
second.
Isaac. Is that Minaj?
Yep, that's Minaj.
Okay. Second by Minaj. All right. Discussion. Isaac, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to point one thing that we had actually discussed in the past. That I don't know if the public's aware that this property is going to be, the land portion of this property is going to be taxed, and the sale amount of the property was not a low amount. So I believe it's being taxed at $88,000 a year, and combined with the what you're saying, the cost of our police force to the area, it'll be $145,000 if I'm doing the math correctly. And I don't know how much the capital was taxed originally, but I just want to point out to the public that even during this abatement period, the net savings to the town is, or between the gain and the savings, we may be ahead of what the capital was paying before. So it's not like we're losing money by this developer doing this project. I understand that in the past we said no to residential buildings, and I don't think anybody on the committee was 100% excited about doing it, and the fact that it was a blighted property pushed us over the line. But I do want to point out that dollars and cents wise, it's not like the taxpayers are getting shafted by allowing this person to go ahead with the project, because besides the future gain to the township of having a $19 million assessment, we even right now, we're not going to come out behind, I don't think.
I agree. You're correct. It's $88,000 land assessment or taxes paid this year on the land alone. So yeah, it will not take long for us to be in the black here. And again, it's a safety issue. I think that the public is much better off with the new apartments there than they were with the old use. And I have a feeling that almost everybody in the police department would agree with that as well. Any other discussion?
Mayor, I just have one thing. I think you forgot the fire department. They're glad it's gone too.
Oh, thanks, Mike. I appreciate you bringing that out. All right. If there's nothing else, can I have a roll call?
Committeeman Ackerman,
Yes.
Committeeman Delia,
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein,
No.
Deputy Mayor Miller,
Yes.
Mayor Coles.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt ordinance 2020-35. Next on the agenda is ordinance 2020-36, an ordinance of the Township of Lakewood, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, releasing, extinguishing, and vacating the rights to a public portion of Madeline Avenue and Evelyn Avenue, said portions being east of Lambert Avenue and west of Colville Avenue in the Township of Lakewood.
All right. We'll open the meeting to the public. Is there anybody online who would like to comment on this? Seeing nobody, will close that portion. I'm checking. There are no emails that have come in, so we'll close the public hearing altogether. Can I have a motion and a second?
Moved by Isaac.
Moved by Isaac,
Second Minaj.
second by Minaj. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman,
Yes.
Committeeman Delia,
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller,
Yes.
Mayor Coles.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt ordinance 2020-36.
Okay, can I have a motion to approve the bill list of November 12th?
So made.
Moved by
Minaj.
Minaj,
Second by Mike.
second by Mike. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman,
Yes.
Committeeman Delia,
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller,
Yes.
Mayor Coles.
Yes. All
Motion
right, we'll move to public. Thank you. We'll move to public comment. Is there anybody online that would like to be heard? Seeing nobody there. There are no new emails that have come in. So we'll close the public hearing for public comment. Comments from committee members. Would anybody like to share anything?
I would
Don't
just
all
like
rush.
to say, everybody, please stay safe.
Thanks, Mike. All right, I'd like to echo
Chair?
Mike's comment. Yep.
Yesterday
ahead.
was Veterans Day, and there's an individual on our call with us, our attorney, Steve Seekier, who was a veteran for many years back when he fought in Vietnam, and may be forgotten about as the years progress. But that little picture hanging in his office of showing a young lad of a teenager, upper teens in the war, it certainly invokes upon the memory of us to right now be able to say to Steve, thank you. Steve, thank you for the service. Back then, it's not forgotten.
Thank you very much. A little embarrassing that you said that, but thank you very much. I appreciate
Manash, he's still a young lad.
it.
And from what I'm told, he still fits into that same uniform, which is an accomplishment.
No comment.
All right. So, again, I know Thanksgiving is coming up for those of us who celebrate it. I know it's going to be a strange one this year.
Yeah.
Please stay safe, stay healthy. I don't know what else I can say. So, enjoy the holiday, and I'll take a motion for. Do we have any closed session items tonight?
I have
No, sir.
All right, good. So let's take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Isaac.
Moved by Isaac,
Second, Minaj.
second by Manash. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good
Thank you.
night, everybody. Thank you.
Aye.
Stay safe. We'll talk to you all soon.